and welcome to the Major Remix. My name is Maya McIntosh, and today we will be going into the Early Elementary Education major with guests Dr. Roach, Hannah O'Brien, Faith Fairchild, and Ava Winstill. And later, with the minor mix, with our host Nicole Lee, we will be going over the social work minor with guest Anthony Smith. We'll be right back after this.
In the center of Morehead State is the Claypool Young Art Building. This building is home to the university arts like web design, studio arts, fine arts, and more. On the second floor, there is a working art gallery. And this gallery is open to students to enjoy the art and some quiet during their workday. Located all over the building and along the hallways, there are student-made displays. Head over and check it out.
Camden Carroll Library has a variety of services to offer, including database access, MSU archives, reservable class space, the Tutoring and Learning Center, and more. Whether you're an MSU student, faculty member, or someone diving into a research project, Camden Carroll Library is there to support you. For more information, visit Camden Carroll Library online today.
Welcome back. I'm here with guest Dr. Roach. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you, Maya.
No problem. So right before I get to talking to you about the major, we have a video made for you about what different students on campus think of the early elementary education major. Let's have a look.
Major is crucial because those are the people who will end up being elementary school teachers one day and who will essentially inspire and begin to educate the next generation.
It's learning how to teach young children and like learning how to deal with different learning disabilities and lesson plans, stuff like that.
I think it's just like Head Start, preschool, just teaching little kids basically.
I think the early elementary education would just be like teaching kids like K through like 6th grade. That feels pretty accurate, or that's what I would assume. Or just like helping even kids in Head Start.
I think the early education major is teaching pre-K through 5 and definitely not high school.
It helps develop young children to better their education.
They are learning to become teachers for early education.
Wouldn't it be about teaching preschool, kindergarten, first grader kids like they're really young?
The early education major primarily deals with K through 12, I would assume.
I think elementary education is essentially being able to teach young people, children specifically, how to like count and do basic, just normal things like how to write and make sure that they have a good foundation for going forward with higher education.
So what did you think of the video? How accurate were they?
I think some of the information was very accurate. We're P5. We do teach people how to write lesson plans and design instruction and take care of children, manage classrooms, so all that was accurate. We are not P through 12 though. Early elementary are those early grades altogether. So, and I really appreciate the respect that they showed for the field. Yeah. When they were expressing the importance of this major and what we do. So that was a great video.
Yeah, thank you. So how would you yourself define the early elementary education major?
Okay, this major provides instruction for people who want to teach P5 in assessing students' needs, learning needs, designing instruction that's effective and creative and inspiring, how to manage classrooms and how to care for children, how to give outreach to parents so that parents can be involved in their children's educations. So that's a big part of it.
All right. So what would make this major stand out compared to other majors? Like, what's something different that you guys do that maybe not every major does?
I think something that is so important to keep in mind about this major is that when you enter into this program, you are preparing for a very specific job. So you know exactly what you'll be doing. You don't know exactly what grade you might be teaching, but you know that you're going to be working in a school, you're going to be providing instruction. There are other majors where you major in something and you're not sure exactly what the job will be like. When you enter into this major, you know what the job is going to be like. So I think that really stands out.
So is the major, in your opinion, more like hands-on, more experience, or is it more like a lecture or book type?
Oh, it is very hands-on. So in my classroom, my students need to understand the theory and the research that informs the strategies, but we are constantly practicing those strategies. So if I'm teaching students about phonological awareness, which is a really important skill that students need to master in order to use phonics, decoding or sounding out words, right? The first thing I want to do is sit my students down and practice with them as though they are those kindergarten students. So I'm constantly modeling before they go out and they design instruction in a classroom. So it's very hands-on.
It sounds like it. And it sounds very exciting as well.
Oh, it's so much fun. I mean, that's the thing to keep in mind. The thing about teaching is that you enjoy it because it's fun. You make it fun. Children won't learn if they're not enjoying it. So you as a teacher are enjoying it right along with them if you're designing instruction that's creative and responsive.
Right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. It was very inspiring to hear from you.
Okay, thank you so much. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. We'll be right back after the break to interview some of Dr. Roach's own students.
Did you know that MSU offers all students a shuttle bus for stops on campus? After starting an overflow at 7 a.m., the shuttle makes its way to Baird Music Hall. Next on the stop is the bell tower, and then ADUC. Before heading back to overflow, the shuttle makes its last stop at Share. The shuttle runs from 7 a.m. to 3:15 Monday through Friday, with a lunch break of 10:45 to 11:45.
It's so hot. Where am I?
Why, you're at Morehead State University's wonderful pool, located at the rec center.
Wow, I want to swim right away.
But you can't swim like that.
Ah!
Now get in, you silly. Go online and reserve your lane today.
Eagles always soar high, but you might be feeling low if your Eagle card gets damaged or lost. Stop by the Eagle Card office today to get your replacement. Our office is located in ADUC by the University Post Office for your convenience. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The Eagle Card office is here to help you soar again. Stop by and see us today.
All right, welcome back. I'm here with Hannah, Faith, and Ava. And yeah, did you guys get to watch the video? How accurate do you think they were?
I think they did a good job, but as Dr. Roach said, we are P5, we're not K-12.
Makes sense. All right, so in your opinion, from having to take these classes and such, is there a lot of hands-on experience as well? And if so, is there an activity you like to do, or is it a lot more lectures than maybe Dr. Roach is letting on?
So there are some classes that have lectures, but most of my classes are really hands-on. Like Dr. Roach's class, I absolutely love it. I love all of the activities we do because it makes me prepared for what I'm going to have to deal with in the future. She makes sure that we have activities prepared to do, and then she teaches us how to explain that concept to our younger children.
Makes sense. So our own director and previous host, Kaylee, was actually once in the program and mentioned like some of the activities you guys get to do. Is this true? Like, do you get to make a lot of activities?
So right now we're just sophomores, so we're kind of we're slowly getting into what a teacher really is, because you start off with gen eds and then you really get into it, and then teacher program, there's a whole lot to go through. But specifically in Dr. Roach's class, as Hannah stated before, we have a lot of things that we do that you wouldn't particularly do in a regular classroom. Like we played with shaving cream and popsicle sticks, and it's not just playing with Play-Doh and just having fun all the time. There's a concept behind the fun. It's not just going in and making stuff, like putting stickers on stuff. It's why do you deserve that? Why are you learning this? How are you going to use this in your classroom? Because obviously children have a short attention span, so you're not going to have a kindergartner writing paragraphs or doing that. They're learning the basics, and you have to have fun with it, because you're not going to love learning if you're not going to have fun with it.
Of course. So do any of the classes you have taken stand out to you? I know Dr. Roach's definitely. Is there any others we should know about that might be really invoking interest or really good for this major?
There are a couple classes that come to mind whenever I think about it. The class we're in now is called the Foundations of Reading, which is with Dr. Roach. There was also a class that I took last spring. It was with Miss Kroll. We learned about the theorists. So we learned about the theorists that established the education that we use today, like Friedrich Froebel, John Dewey, Maria Montessori. That definitely stands out. And then we also have to take a class just about the foundations of education, like where did education start, and we read Plato, and it's just lots of the history of education, so those really stand out.
All right. So before we go, any tips that you have for any incoming students for this major?
Just have fun with it. Don't overwork yourself with it, because in the end, you want to have fun with your job. You want to do something you love, so just have fun with it and love it.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I loved having you on. Of course.
So with education, a lot of people that I've talked to say it's just babysitting, and it's not. It can get hard. And I'm going to be completely frank. It gets hard, going out and seeing these kids and coming out of your comfort zone, talking to new teachers, going to new schools, going in new environments. But it's for the kids. Go into it for the kids. Not for the money, not for the time. Just go into it for the kids and for the things you love. Because it definitely doesn't make the most money, but it'll probably make you the most happiest.
Definitely. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for that. We'll be right back after this with the Minor Mix with Nicole Lee. Thank you so much.
You're just gonna throw everything away?
We both know this isn't working out. We shouldn't have to keep trying to make it work. It should just work.
What happened to forever? What happened to everything you ever promised me?
I meant it. In the moment.
No, you can't do that. You can't make promises and then decide to take them back.
Things are different now. You're just not willing to admit it. That was a good take.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
To another dimension. A dimension which can only be seen between the yellow lines. Its boundaries are that of the asphalt and the imagination. You think it's fine to park here for just a moment. You are wrong. There's a ticket up ahead. Your next stop, the no parking zone.
Hey, it's Nick with the Minor Mix. I'm here with my friend Anthony, and today we're going to talk about Anthony's minor, which is?
Social work minor.
Social work. Awesome. So, would you say that the course load or the workload of 15 hours is a lot or a little bit?
I would say that the coursework itself isn't too bad, but we do a lot of hands-on internships, and that really helps me growth as a social work minor.
Okay, okay. So how does this minor complement your major?
I'm a legal studies major, and I want to go to family law, and you're dealing with social workers on the daily basis, and it really shows a different aspect of what I want to do.
Oh, awesome. So why did you choose this minor? Does it have more to do with your major? Or?
I chose this minor because it was actually my major to begin with, and I switched in, I was almost halfway through it, and it just made like logistical sense.
Okay, okay. So what would you say are favorite classes from your minor?
That's a tough question because all of them are great and I love them, but my favorite and where I learned the most was through the hands-on experience through practicums. I got to go visit homes, visit families, and work alongside a social worker.
That's really interesting. So if someone wanted to contact you, if they wanted to be a part of this minor, or they have an idea of joining in the future, do you have an advisor name or?
Yes, my advisor is Becky Davidson. She's head of the department. She's wonderful, and she really convinced me to stick with it and was impactful on me.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time today. We'll be right back with Maya.
Awesome. Thank you.
Morehead State University's Career Services offers a variety of services and resources to help students in their career decision-making, professional development, and job search. With career counseling, students can receive cover letter and resume critiques, perform mock interviews, learn strategies to help you find a job, and even take a short assessment to discover which occupations are suited for your personality. Schedule an appointment at Career Services and map out your plan for the future today.
That's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are interested in joining the early elementary education major or have any questions, please contact 606-783-2598 or capital ECESE@moreheadstate.edu. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back next week with the Major Remix. Have a great week.